It's only a day or so since Ngozi Fulani resigned as the CEO of Sister Space, and now she's on, well, I was going to say the front page of the Daily Mail, it's hardly that. She's on page 26 or something, right at the back, and she's, I would say, mouthing off about why is it so hard for Buckingham Palace to say sorry. Well, actually, they did say sorry quite quickly, and she had her photo opportunity with Lady Susan Hussey, and she's caused so much of a fuss. She's raised her own profile so significantly that it's almost impossible for her to do her own job, which is presumably why she stepped down from Sister Space. I don't think it's possible at this stage to continue to blame the palace, to continue to blame the royal family for a lack of for racism. I just don't think it's. I just don't think it works. And the question that Lady Hussey asked in any other context would be perfectly normal. I've been asked all the time where I'm from. In fact, I ask other people where they're from because it is a good conversation opener. And sometimes you hear a voice and you think, oh, that's a very interesting accent. Where's that from? Is it? Surely I know this accent. Surely I know. And 9 times out of 10, I find I'm right. And it's very exciting. And we can compare stories about a particular location, a particular place that we both know. And I can learn more. I can learn more. And that's really, in the end, all that's important, isn't it? About trying to enrich one's knowledge and trying to gather more information about the other person, and to find a common footing so that we can have a realistic and productive conversation. That's all that question is. Where are you from? I know that in other countries where I've lived, particularly in Greece, it's practically a litany. Where are you from? How much do you earn? And maybe we would find that slightly offensive here in the UK, but actually it gets to grips with somebody's identity quite quickly, and it gets that out of the way so that we can then get on with far more interesting things. And I find sometimes the obsession with small talk, with talking about the weather, irritating, because it doesn't advance our knowledge, it doesn't greatly advance our understanding of one another. Talking about the weather. Sometimes the weather is interesting. The weather this morning was terribly exciting. In fact, I had to go out into the garden and root around like a pig, I suppose, and check that my fruit trees weren't damaged. They weren't, and at least I hope they weren't. And indeed, we've had, there I am talking about the weather, we've had snow before. I remember when my mother died, it was April the 1st, and there was snow all over the place, in Lincolnshire, flat and drifting. But let's not go on about the weather, unless you think it's more interesting than talking about Ngozi Fulani.